Hello everyone and welcome to this new black deck showcase. Today we're talking about Oichi, Despair, Wail, and Perish. So this is like the main deck right now that is the most favorable for black right now. It is being used constantly by everybody. It's the most consistent and I would say the most versatile deck right now because you can play this in a few different ways. I'm going to show you the one here with spirits because I'm having a lot of fun using spirits. I actually was told by, I think, Spooky that apparently Spirits is the harder variation to play, and the a slightly easier version to playing this deck would be using the zombie engine. This is the one I think Iowa was using, so I'm pretty sure it might be changed. Who knows? But you can definitely run your Alexias in this one. So the zombie engine and all that. But because it is the new hero, I've wanted to play the spirits, and I actually enjoy using the spirits a lot more. So let's go over the deck and see if you want to play this, because I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. So the first card to start off with is Selfish Predation. Nothing else to it really. Destroy a unit, gain 7 life. It's kind of a tradition for black cards to use it. It is a staple in every deck. Next up is Curse Zone. This was introduced in the last expansion. Give 2 random spirits in your graveyard -1 MP and return them to your X pocket. So any spirit you send to the graveyard will come back to your X pocket. You can bring 2, so you always generally wait until you have a pretty big graveyard to bring 2 back. And it's just great because, you know, spirits are so easy and cheap units that you want them to die, and because they come back cheaper, it's just easy to flood the board, because right now the meta is a flooded meta with, you know, really getting units on the board, really flooding that field and applying so much pressure to your opponent. So Curse Zone is a 3 of in the deck. Next up we have one of the new spirits that was introduced in this expansion, Bandit Spider. It is a 3/+1/7. It gives a random spirit in your hand or X pocket +1/+2. So its death effect is what's really cool about it, but also is that this unit can just sit on the field and block for a while because it's a 1/7 and it's a 3 class. It stalls for a bit. I think I run 3 in here. Yeah, we run 3 Bandit Spiders because it's just that good. That extra 1/+2 to a spirit in your hand or X pocket is really nice, depending which one it goes to. Next up is Dead Fish. This was introduced in the last expansion. It is death effect is destroy the unit in front if it has 4 or less HP. So this is a really good spirit as well for this synergy because you can utilize a lot of the revivals, bring Dead Fish back, get their unit's HP to 4, and then, you know, either ascend on top of the fish, just let him die, and you're getting a lot of value out of this fish because he's only a 3 cost. Thunder Ear, which was in this set, it's a death effect. It gives 3 HP to a random friendly spirit unit, so only spirit unit only, but you combine them with certain other spirits, you can really take control of the match when this unit dies, or when another specific spirit gets a benefit from a dead spirit. There are some really cool synergies that this deck offers. So Thunder Ear is like a nice 2 or 3 in this deck, if I'm correct. Thunderdoom Mirror. Its death is give a random spirit with an MP cost of 2 or more in your hand or X pocket -1 MP. So again, this is another amazing spirit to run with this stuff. The synergy is great. Its death effect is what you want. That -1 MP is always very crucial when you need it to be the most. And it provides so much for those spirits. Just like, you know, making them cheaper and just like you can just flood that field. So this is where this unit comes in handy. He's also a 2 or 3 of. 3 mainly, I'm pretty sure. 2 Foxes right now is probably the most brokenest spirit ever. Legit. This thing has agility on play. Its death is remove itself from the game. But if you ascend with this unit, it gains +1/+1, and on death, it places it again on the same board slot, and then it will kill itself. So you can get a lot of triggers of this. This unit is pretty busted in Raging Demon now, because you can just play it raw if it's able to trade, and then if it's placed on the front, then you can just ascend on top of it. You get the ascended version, then when that dies, you get back the other 2 Fox. There's just so much versatile out of this unit that it is practically busted amongst a lot of players right now. So it is also just an amazing spirit to run. Next up we have Fate of the Unworthy in the deck. As you know, Fate of the Unworthy is just Fate on the Unworthy. Same thing, we all know what it does. Pop a 4 MP or less units, deal 1 damage. It's just, we all know what it is, we all hate it. Clay Drummer is now becoming... He was introduced in last set, and it's now more of a viable choice now because it actually does so much with this deck. Because while spirits die, keeping him on the field, keeping 2 on the field, that's negative 2 HP to random enemy units. That's like a really good thing because that's a lot of control there. There was another spirit they introduced. I think it was... I forgot his name. That does 2 HP to everything on the field, but because it costs 5, it's a little more trickier to get down on the field, and I don't run it anymore. But Drummer sees so much more play now because he's got some really good stats, and spirits that die and give him health, or spirit and then just die in general. He's knocking off 2 HP, so it's good because it's not damage; it's just give, so they can't really stop it. Where I run 1 Demon King Nobunaga, Oda Nobunaga. This was fun. He's just a great stable because you're getting a spirit that I'm going to explain why he's in here, because I dropped him on top of this spirit and he got a lot of value. And when he came back, this dude was at 1922. If I can get that match, I'll put it in the replay for you guys to watch when I showcase the game, because my god, 1922 Nobunaga. This dude was, and that was a 2-drop Nobunaga too. That was just ridiculously powerful. It was crazy. So yeah, so one of my favorite spirits, because this is an emote for my an emote I have right now, Saburo. So Saburo, when he dies, he gains +2 attack. When a friendly unit dies. So it doesn't have to be a spirit, it can just be any unit, and he gains +2 attack. So what I did with Nobunaga was, when this guy was like, I think I got him to 10 attack, and he was at 2 health, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna drop Nobunaga on him. Nobunaga got a nice buff. So that was all I needed. And this dude can get out of control pretty fast. I think I had him at the field one time, and I summoned, and then I just dropped him. I think I dropped a second one after my lanes were nearly done attacking. So when they died, he got the buffs, and he was ready to rock and roll, ready to sort of deal with the next threat. So you gotta watch out, because yeah, he gets out of control pretty quickly, and he's got really good. He's got a really good health, and that +2 attack is quite beneficial for this dude to really just spin out of control. 1 obliteration, because obliteration, and with this deck you want to run a few destructions because they'll help destroy, take care of stuff. So 1 oblit, the most broken card to ever exist, Curse Extraction. It's a 6 cost. This needs to be nerfed in some capacity. I don't know how, but it needs to. So the card gains the following effects based on number of times friendly units have died this battle. Death with spirits, even with the zombie engine, is not hard. It is pretty easy. And with spirits, it's a lot faster because 4 times or more, you give all friendly units +2/+2, and then they are destroyed after 1 attack. Okay, fine. 7 deaths, you give all enemy units -5 HP, which is practically like a board wipe. It's ridiculously good. And what makes this broken is the 3rd one, which is 13 times or more that deaths have triggered. For 30 seconds, your hero gains, whenever friendly units die, you deal 2 damage to the enemy hero, and you gain life equal to the damage dealt. So, realistically speaking, this is broken as hell. This is a pretty busted card. It is powerful as hell. It should not cost 6. The death count should be way more higher for what they're offering. And probably remove 1 of these effects. From what I've had with people talking about this, like, this is just broken beyond comparison. Because it is practically a board wipe, and you get so much value. In the mirror match, you always want to activate this 2nd. Or if you know your opponent does not have the mana to reach this. I think I had a game where they did their ability, they did Curse, Despair, and Wail, Despair, Wail, Perish, to bring the units on the field. I didn't have, I had mine, but I was ready to sort of just drop units on the field, so I didn't care at that point. So what I did was I just waited till I got units on the field. When his units came attack, then I activated, because he set up his board. He was coming to attack. When I activated this, I practically wiped his board because he was only down to 2 mana, so I had control. And then once I attacked, I then did my hero art, and I just had a full board again, and I just pushed for victory. So timing is everything when using Curse Extraction, but it is so stupidly good. Cruel game. You know, just for those occasions when you're behind, you just need to board wipe your opponent. It comes in handy. So because it is a swarm meta, Cruel Game works. And last but not least, one of the best spirits. She Dark Whispers Oichi. She's I'm not sure if it's the best, but she's definitely crucial to the spirit engine. While in hand or X pocket, whenever a friendly spirit unit dies, she gains -1 MP. So if you get her in your hand early, or on the draw on the first turn, like, it's perfect because you can get her down to. It won't take long to get her down to 1 MP. It seriously doesn't take long. As long as spirits are dying, she'll just rock. Her MP will just drop. Once she finishes doing an attack, she grabs a random unit in the graveyard. Doesn't have to be a spirit, 5 or less, and places on the field. Changes HP to 1, but that doesn't matter because most of the time this is a spirit deck, so the spirits are going to die. And more than likely you're bringing back the spirits that either buff stuff in your hand, give HP to other units, whatever. Like, you know, the synergies with the spirits just really benefit with her. And what you want to do is, because when you get her down pretty cheaply, you know, get her to ascend, because when she ascends, she gains some value in stats, and she gets to summon a spirit from the graveyard straight to the field, no matter what it is. It's any random spirit. So always want to try to ascend her onto the field, because then you get a lot of value out of her, and then she's just going ham. So that's Despair, Wail, and Perish, or I think it's now known as Oichi WAP. Or Despair WAP, however you want to look at it. So there's a few ways to play this deck, because you can play with spirits, you can play with the zombie engine, and you can play with just any other type of black units. But I find that I enjoy using the spirit engine more because I've always liked the spirits, and this just shows, like, you know, the power of the spirits. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave your like and comments below. I will showcase some matches. And yeah, y'all have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Well, I always clearly make a mistake because I can't do the mirror match at all.
not over yet.
Like a love in
I'm
the
just
wind.
getting started. Prepare yourself. Can't afford to beat myself. Can't afford to doubt myself. Prepare yourself. We're just getting started.
I remember we were talking about this.
How did I do?
This deck before, at least. The Denjin shit proccing with, units and all that. At least someone's actually trying to play that shit, which is actually cool. Someone actually went out of the way to try to build that shit. I agree, it is amazing for trades.
I didn't do what you think I did.
Wait, is that? No, it's the same
Me
thing.
too.
I don't know if I want this hand. I'm gonna keep it simply because I'm just going to ascend on top of Thunder. The only thing I'm just considering is because I have Oichi in my hand. It's the only reason I'm considering I only considered keeping it. Because of her.
Fall into the abyss.
Should be okay.
Has
Man, that shit just intensified beyond fucking recognition. Fuck. Don't think I should have done that.
This is coming. Let me hear you scream. Let me see you rot.
Okay, no, that worked out. Cursed. Because cursed is broken. Curse is stupid. I looked at his mana count. When I saw it at I think it was 3 or 2, I was like, alright, it's safe to do it. It's safe to do it because he won't be able to react to it. If I Indeed, for next time. Good night.
Let me hear you scream. Let me see you rot.
Come on, crab power. Give me the crab power.
Nothingness is falling into the abyss.
Noble's coming back big. That Noble's coming back big. Aw, I don't want him to die. I want him to get big. I want crab power.
Let me see you rot.
Do I just play him? Oh my god. Fuck. What was he 1622? Fuck, that is big.
How did I do?
Yeah, I almost want to feel like that's probably one of the biggest nobles I've ever seen too. Fucking 1622, holy shit. I just felt like, you know, Crab's got 10 attack. You know what? That's worth ascending over.